Hi, everybody. Tom Alexander from the RV Advisor here. And of course, I am joined by RV Advisor founder and president. It is Gigi Stetler, of course. Hi, Gigi. How you doing? Hey,
Hey, long time no see.
it's been a little while, but I'm glad we're getting together because it's for a good reason and some wonderful work done by so many folks out there, including you and the RV Advisor team. I know that we were very lucky here on the East Coast of Florida, Southeast Coast, but about 100 miles west, not so great for the folks that were hit by Hurricane Ian, right?
Oh, it's been devastating, and we are counting our blessings because, I don't think we have as strict of building codes over here as they did over there because when they had those severe storms back in 2004 and 5 over there, they rebuilt in better codes. So there's a lot of older properties over here on the East Coast that, would not have survived. So
Yeah.
anyway,
It,
very
it
fortunate.
yeah, they really took the brunt of the storm, and it was a pretty bad storm. And in fact, setting records for dollars in damage, and of course, a lot of lives lost as well, which is just tragic. But I know that you have sent some relief, and why don't you share a little bit? By the way, I learned of this. It flew over the transom to me through an article in RV News. And why don't you tell the folks, share with the folks what the RV Advisor is doing?
Well, more on the Planet RV side.
Yeah,
Um, we've always stepped up when there's a disaster, whether it be in our home state or in New Orleans, um, Mississippi, New York, wherever a disaster hits. And I've been doing disaster relief since 1992, so I'm very accustomed to knowing exactly the needs of what's needed. In 92, when Andrew hit, there was no place for the news media to stay to have coverage. There was no place for uh, police officers. There was no housing for first responders. So we immediately sent all our inventory down there to house those folks, around the clock. And then when Katrina hit in New Orleans, same thing. I had gotten a call from a friend whose cousin lost his house, and he was the sheriff of Pass Christian, Mississippi, and asked me to send one of my rentals there to help him. So when I sent one, then the sheriff asked for more because the entire sheriff's department was without housing. So I
yeah,
sent everything I had. I actually flew there and to assess the situation. And I wish I had more inventory, but I sent, I think, 25 or 30 that I had donated to the sheriff's department. They were sleeping in the jail. So kind of the same story here, but unfortunately, since Planet RV's fire last year, um, normally we have a lot more inventory, and so it hurts my heart that I can't do as much as I used to do because I had to sell off a lot of our inventory just to stay afloat and rebuild. So we sent what we could. We had some friends that were rescuing pets, so that was the first thing, and then some folks that went over to feed workers and FPL for their staff and some other things. So just to get things going, because we need to lift up the infrastructure or the people that are going to be, search and rescue and that kind of thing. And but it's more than just the RVs. It's more about educating these homeowners or renters. They don't understand their policies. So we get probably, I don't know, 40, 50, 60 calls a day between that and Facebook messages. And they don't understand, that what's covered, what's not covered. So that those are, we spend our day on the phone just trying to explain coverages. And, if they're covered for an RV rental and if they're not covered and where to go, and where to apply if they're not covered, things
yeah,
like that. But that's what's going on here at headquarters.
yeah. That's a lot, and it's a lot to manage, and certainly no team better equipped than folks there at Planet RV and the whole network, the whole umbrella that covers all that stuff, and it's great that like you said, for 30 years now.
Yeah.
you've been assisting us. 30 years is a long time.
Well, we're in business 36 years, November 5th, so
Yeah. So in business for 36 and helping out with disaster relief for 30.
yeah.
That's pretty darn great. If folks want to learn more about this, what's the best place to visit?
Well, we're really in desperate need of donations, rvaca.org. If there's one page you can donate monetarily, or if you have an RV that you're going to store over the winter and you're not using it, we would love to have it and uh, provide housing, temporary housing for folks that don't have insurance, and of course bring it back. But on some kind of short-term rental, that would be fantastic. And we can give you a tax write-off because we are a 501c. But of course, our assistance page is filling up faster than our donation page as usual. So we really could use some help. And any amount it would be fantastic.
Yeah, whatever you can do is great. Even just the smallest amount is still a help, absolutely. And whatever you can do is just greatly appreciated. Well, Gigi, thank you so much. Wanted to chat with you about this as part of our newsletter information that we send out twice a month. And if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, please do go to the rvadvisor.com. That's the rvadvisor.com. And you can get the newsletter. And also you can follow our podcasts and all kinds of great stuff right here on the RV Advisor. For Gigi Stetler, I'm Tom Alexander. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon. So long, everybody.